Hello there. My name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine site now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
Are you sure? Some ruins still have something interesting in them. Just to take a look at them. Not to take anything away from them, just to look at, you know.
Can you tell me about the tripod which was found at the castle?
Now there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
Gem?
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that, but he's gone from the village. A sore point with our esteemed host, I might add.
Why has Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
He's lost a paying guest, that's why. More than that, there's the question of an unsettled bill.
Oh.
Poor Michael's seen red over the business, and I don't blame him.
So Pegram left without paying his bills. What an asshole. Although I do get the feeling that he might actually be dead.
Can you tell me more about the landlord?
Mick Leary? He's what you call a would-be sophisticate. The trouble
would-be?
is, his idea of sophistication extends as far as putting paper in the lavatory.
I never worked out why he did that. It's much too dark in there to read.
That's true. Have you ever run your hand over the back of the door? The graffiti is written in Braille.
Ah! I don't think the paper is, you know, to be used as reading material.
Do you know where Pegram has gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dawn.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmar. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to normal.
Or maybe he's dead. Never thought of that. He got assassinated by a pixie.
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone.
Sure.
What's your interest in the jewel? You're not a reporter, are you?
No.
Oh no.
Thank the Lord for that.
Thank the Lord for that. Oh, lotty-totty-tee.
How can I get into the castle?
Well, those walls were built specifically to stop people getting in, Mr. Stobart. But I dare say you'll find a way, if you've the will.
No, I do. And I will. Trust me.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nope, I've never seen him before.
Goodbye for now. Hi, my name's Stobart, George Stobart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
Answer some questions, please.
Do you know Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself?
Yeah,
No,
do.
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Do you know anything about Pegram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Pegram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind.
Yep.
One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Uh-huh.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavoured condoms, more likely.
Definitely. But nowadays it would be smartphones and video games.
Is it true that Pegram found a valuable gem?
What? First I heard of it.
Where have you been, Pat?
Passed out in the gutter.
For that gem is the talk of every town from Lochmar to Ballydoon.
Nobody told me. A lucky sod. So that's why he scampered.
Well, it makes sense that he would scamper after finding a valuable gem.
Did anyone from the village work at Peagram's Dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
I don't know. Have you?
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He just joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellas yourself?
Nah.
Oh no, I'm here on vacation.
What's that?
A vacation part. It's what the Americans call a holiday.
Oh, right. In Lochmarn? You come to Lochmarn for a holiday?
Sure, it's a very pretty place.
Where the hell are you from, mister?
California.
I know it. That's where the prunes come from.
Yeah, amongst other things.
Yeah, California raisins. The singing California raisins.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
Far from it.
Don't be fooled. This is the face of a psychopathic killer.
No. Well, there's one in the eye for me and my men.
Bye for now. It was Nico's photograph of the man we suspected of killing Plantar. Top of the morning to you.
There he
I
is.
beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
And it isn't really xenophobia.
No, thank you. I don't plan to stay too long.
Who does? Most folk take one look at Lochmarn and jump back on the bus.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man of the cloth?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club.
Cool.
According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism? Doyle.
Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Never mind.
Do you know a man called Peagram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Far from it.
Oh, no. I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Peagram stay here?
That's right. In the best room in the house.
That's the one with the bed.
How about the others? Don't they have any beds in the other rooms? Just a chair to sleep on, I guess, or a blanket on the floor.
Can I see Peagram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the reformatory. They come every year for spiritual refreshment.
Spiritual.
That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a gutful of stout.
I wouldn't want to disturb a man of God.
Neither would I.
Especially not a big fella from the bad boys' home.
Yeah,
I
especially
don't blame you, Mick. That brother's got muscles like a muscle man.
if they've been taught the art of pugilism. No, thank you.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
No, you're the first today.
Seriously, I'm looking for a man dressed in a clown costume.
Why does he keep asking that?
Having a little white dog with a black patch over the eye.
I shouldn't think so.
That's a reference to something. Just can't remember what. It's not Bozo the Clown. He didn't have a dog.
What can you tell me about the castle?
You're the second person to ask me that today. I don't know anything about the castle. It's only an old ruin anyway.
Now you got hundreds of those in Ireland.
Who else was asking about the castle?
He said he was a reporter. He was asking about the little people.
I could have told him a tale or two about the little people. He might have paid me to hear what he wanted me to say.
Anyway, I chucked him out on his arse.
Good for you, Mick. That's the way to deal with journalists.
Uh-huh.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and warm with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
Uh-huh. The distinctive look and taste of a real ale. I can't pick it up? Why not? Oh yeah, I'm still talking.
Thanks. It was an electric pump operated by pushing a small lever.
I just wanted the glass. Come on, come on. Pixel hunting. There it is.
The glass contained a dark liquid like molasses, with a creamy white froth on the top.
That's a good stout, alright. Is it Guinness? Or is it a porter? I could never tell beer styles. There, we finished the whole glass.
Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it.
You're gonna get addicted to that stuff.
It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman. It was a telephone, incongruous in the rustic setting of the homely bar.
Let's call Nicole and tell her how we're doing.
Allô? Couleur. J'écoute.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me, George.
Oh, hello, George. Where are you?
I'm in Ireland.
Ireland? What are you doing there?
It's a long story.
Any signs of our friend the clown?
You're kidding. You probably never even heard of Lochmarn.
And that's all you're gonna say to her? Really? Okay. Well, you stop sneezing, man. That's disgusting. You even sneezing so
Hi
hard
there, old-timer.
that your drink is moving. That's some heavy sneezing.
What? Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner.
And also, it's a defense mechanism for your body.
Pious prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. 'Tis the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No. I'd know it if you were.
And besides, we're Americans, so we couldn't... Well... Yeah, never mind. Never mind!
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Is that supposed to be you?
No, I don't have a scar on my face, and I'm not from the Middle East.
I can't tell without me glasses.
Ah, so you're blind.
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I don't know him.
Were you aware that Pegram was conducting an archaeological dig?
I don't meddle in other people's affairs. They don't interest me.
Good on ya, man. Good on ya.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
I told you, I never heard of him.
I guess you don't care about the local news.
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko. Lochmarn Castle is haunted.
Haunted?
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure, with me very own eyes.
Uh-huh.
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast, long beak, straggly, flappy wings.
Are you sure it wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk? In Lochmarn? That'll be the day.
And what kind of skunk or rabbit has wings?
No, that was a ghost, to be sure.
Yeah, he was the Jabberwocky. Yeah. Or maybe a stork. I guess he doesn't know his animals at all.
Ghosts don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
Oh, stop it with your ghost.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
I've seen what it can do.
And we just drank a whole glass of it. Could you warn us a little bit what we're getting ourselves into after drinking that stuff? Probably some gastronomical disaster, I'm sure.
I'll see you later.
I don't think I should be standing there for too long. I might catch a cold.
I'd been taught not to judge people by their appearance. Nobody ever... As I stared at the circle of wire, the old man snatched it away and put it in his coat. Hello again.
What?
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
So it's a trap. You're a hunter. Or a poacher.
If I was a woman, I wouldn't think much of a wire necklace.
It's not made for a woman. I've got my sights on tastier dishes than women.
You're a hunter.
Flesh as smooth and tender as a maiden. Bones as soft and white as a newborn babe. Rabbit, lad. That's what gets my juices flowing.
Awkward! Awkward. So awkward right now. Why do I have to speak more to him?
Ah, so you're making snares to trap rabbits.
Ding, ding, ding.
Right. Do you have a problem with that?
Damn right I do. Isn't it painful?
It is.
Only if I get me fingers caught.
I'm talking about the rabbits. Do they feel much pain?
Much.
You bet.
Using steel wire to capture animals is illegal in many countries. So yeah, it's a very wrong way of catching the animal, to
I'll
hunt it.
see you later.
I'm gonna try to snatch it this time. Come on, put it down on the... Got it.
As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed his piece of wire.
He didn't really look away, he just sneezed. And that's how you get it. I'm gonna talk to this guy soon enough. I just want to go take a look at the castle that we have all been talking about here.
The lad was doing his best to express his adolescent aggression. His effort was somewhat diminished by the fringe of milk on his lightly feathered upper lip.
Yee, I'm a tough guy. I drink milk.
Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
I'm George Stobart, and I'm with the good guys.
You're a head case, mister.
A head case?
A few sandwiches short of a picnic.
Why do you say that?
The crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
I'm on the run. From me dad.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I, see what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin, heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his face told me he wasn't being strictly truthful. Compared to
think?
him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year.
Definitely. And of course he would be fibbing about his story. But do you really expect him to be truthful to a stranger like you?
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, 'cause he's not here now, but if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Sure.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure. Jewels and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
I don't think he would be looking for skeletons, but he would be looking for jewelry and stuff.
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
I wonder why he would chase you off. Maybe because you're a prick.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram bought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
What does this Fitzgerald guy look like?
Big head, big ears, and face irons.
What?
You know, spectacles, glasses. He's blind as a bat without him.
So Fitzgerald is the dude who was sitting there that I didn't talk to. Gotcha.
I heard that Pegram had found a legendary gem.
That's right. It's been the talk of Lochmarn all week.
You haven't seen the gem, have you?
Hell no. I reckon Pegram made off with it. If I was him, I'd go to Amsterdam, chop it up and sell it. He could be living the life of Riley instead of digging holes.
Why Amsterdam? He could go anywhere. But specifically Amsterdam? Is there a reason why?
What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No, only...
A ghost?
Oh, nothing.
Tell me, it's a ghost.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
It's haunted.
No,
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
Yeah,
I ain't scared of nothing.
except the ghost.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh. There's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Do tell.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only worst. It was coming from inside the castle.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The moon was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows that could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but my legs had lost their stuffing.
You should be a writer. You're very literate with your words and everything.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on my arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Why, I fell off the bloody wall.
And you survived the fall?
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for what you saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
Yeah, but we said rational explanation.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Here in Lochmarn, they all dress like clowns.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw.
Which one?
It's this clown, see? And he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown cuts him up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
Sure.
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car and 3 kids. 10 kids if you count the wives.
You live in that dream, kid. It's a good dream, I guess.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
This story sounds familiar, yeah. Killer clown chasing a kid who tried to tell the sheriff, but no one believes the kid, and then he goes into a tub, and the clown kills him with a chainsaw. I think something got mixed up there at some point.
The farmer's craggy face was set in a mask of aesthetic appreciation. His feet were set in a pair of manure-caked boots.
Well, he's a farmer, so what do you
On the
expect?
back of the cart was a crazily stacked tower of hay bales, leaning precariously against the castle wall.
Yeah, I have to say, that is one huge pile of hay bales. I guess he was delivering them somewhere when something happened. It seems like it.
Hi, do you speak English?
Well, now, what if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice.
Nice try, George. But you fail. And also, you're asking an Irishman if he speaks English. Of course they speak English. Not all of them speaking Gaelic. Some do use Gaelic as their mother language, but they still speak English.
Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
Yeah, what makes sense.
Do you think Pegram's disappearance is due to the curse?
Look at the facts. He dug up the gem. He disappeared. Bingo. It doesn't take a degree in mathematics to work that one out, does it? You don't have to be a smarty Pythagoras with a calculator.
I guess not.
Pegram has run off with the gem.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold.
Probably.
You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Cool.
Who built the castle?
Mad Phelan, the first Lord of Lochmarn.
Mad?
Well, I say lord, but actually he was little more than a village chieftain.
Ah.
He built his castle from the remains of the Templar Preceptory.
So the Preceptory got destroyed and he used it to build a new castle. Clever.
Where was the site of the Templar Preceptory?
Right here on Temple Hill. Phelan built right on top of the old wall. It's said that deep beneath these walls there's a Templar chapel.
Did Pegram discover the chapel?
I don't know. His workers were sworn to secrecy.
Damn it.
Do you mind if I climb up your haystack to get into the castle?
What? You'd break your stupid neck for sure.
Maybe.
Do you think I stand by and see your brains dashed out?
Maybe.
I'll be very careful, and I promise not to sue.
You won't get the chance. Not while I'm here to stop you.
Okay. So how do I get rid of you?
Good book?
A book? It's a passport to a world of fantasy and imagination.
Yeah, what's the title?
Creative Shelving for Beginners, the 1978 edition.
Must be a very good read.
What's so cool about home improvement?
There's nothing like it. The resinous autumnal aroma of seasoned wood, the rhythmic rasp of the plane. Ah, no wonder our Lord came to earth as the son of a humble carpenter. I bet he was a wizard with a chisel and a length or two before.
Well, if you have seen The Passion of Christ, he was bitter than you think. Passion of Christ is a stupid movie.
Surely the portrayal of Christ's adoptive family as humble artisans is a symbolic metaphor.
I don't know about that, but I know they were carpenters. Haven't you read the book?
Well, no. But I have seen The Greatest Story Ever Told, and I don't recall Jesus putting up any shelves.
Well, not every story tells the carpenter side of Jesus Christ. Although they should, because every story tells that he was a carpenter.
I have to go now.
Or, well, at least Joseph was. I'm not sure about if he taught Jesus about carpentry, but Joseph was a carpenter. Like father, like son. Although Jesus wasn't Joseph's son. So yeah, there you go. History corrected. Or something. I don't know. I thought I would never hear this whistling again, but here I am, hearing it again, and reminding myself that I have whistled that tune myself so many times that it's sickening.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
What?
I need to speak with you urgently.
If you have the time for it.
What's the problem?
The problem is that you look very much like a cartoon character that I know. If you were an animal, that is.
Do you know Professor Pegram?
Answer the question.
He's the archaeologist, isn't he?
That's right.
And you were working with him?
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid.
Cool.
Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died.
Ugh.
We
Nasty.
didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
Where can I find Professor Pegram?
Yeah,
I heard he's gone fishing.
Yeah, I think
I don't know
Arthur
where.
is a... I'm not sure if Arthur is a mouse. I think he is. I can see the picture in my head, but I can't tell for sure.
Did you work at Professor Pegram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
McGuire says you did.
You don't believe that damned hooligan, do you?
Why not?
His probation officer could tell you a tale or two.
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a pint and I'll pass out.
Have you heard about the gem which Pegram found?
I heard a rumor, but you can't believe everything you hear or see, can
Are you covering something there, mister?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No. At least I don't think so.
Look closely. He has a scar on his face.
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
See you later. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Do you know Sean Fitzgerald very well?
I know him enough not to sell him more than 2 pints. He's like a kid when he gets a few beers inside him.
I'm not surprised. He's on medication for his nerves.
There's nothing wrong with his nerves. He's just screwy.
Screwy? So he's nuts.
Thanks.
Great.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
Apparently nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Perfect timing to get the towel.
As the man raised his arm to drink, I snatched the towel away.
That was perfect timing from me.
Hey!
Lucky timing.
Hello there again, mister.
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
I think you already had a drink there in your hand.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who? Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him?
Yeah.
Shame on you, Patrick. Same again.
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 point of brown coming up.
And then going down.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it, it was only last week.
I was about to say that.
Fitzgerald was there, all right. Him and a bunch of students.
Students.
He was speaking with the boss man.
Uh-huh. That's all you have to say. Okay.
What do you think of this towel?
Now, there's a fine piece of cloth if ever I did see one. Such craft must surely come from linen cupboards of the Vatican itself.
Yeah, sure.
I found it on the bar under your elbow.
I thought it looked familiar.
Bye for now. It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the words, Nagopaline Stout builds body.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. So, Fitzgerald, care to explain? Will you stop your animation and talk to me?
Hello.
Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig.
You don't believe him, do you?
Well,
Patrick Doyle is a moron and a scoundrel.
Even so, he saw you talking to Pegram.
You can't prove that, mister.
See you later.
I wonder how I can prove. Maybe I can ask the old man.
Hello again.
What?
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh.
I'll see you later.
Well, that problem is solved. There is no ghost. It's just two morons see each other. So, we need to prove to Fitzgerald about something. Yo, McGuire, need to speak with you.
Hey, McGuire.
Show me the money.
What do you want to know?
Show me the money.
Are you sure Fitzgerald worked at the dig?
Oh, yes. It was him, all right. Would I tell a lie?
Yes,
Well, he denies it.
I saw them together only last night.
I wish you'd told me that sooner. What were they doing?
Pegram gave Fitzy a box. He didn't look too happy about it.
I knew it. But how am I going to persuade him to part with it?
Break his fingers.
Nah, I couldn't do that.
I could.
Thanks for the offer, kid, but I'll try a more subtle approach.
Yeah.
Chinese burns?
Well, that would work.
Do you know where I could find Fitzgerald?
He's inside, but you won't get no sense out of him.
We were.
How come? Is he drunk?
He's like a frightened rabbit. A real bag of nerves.
Yeah, we know.
Only the fella's scared of his own shadow.
Yeah.
What's Fitzgerald scared of?
Everything and everyone.
So I shouldn't have any trouble getting him to talk.
He's a pushover. But don't scare him too much. Try the soft touch. Butter him up a bit.
I think we have him on the edge already.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
I mean, we have really pushed him to the edge already. So, we got only one thing to do. Talk to him some more. And hopefully get the box out of him, because he has the box right here. This is the box that has the gem in it. Possibly. But that is definitely what he's got.
Hello.
McGuire says he saw you working at the dig. What's more, he saw you talking with Pegram.
Just do the animation to the end already. Damn long animation for looking.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught. Just my luck. Grasped up by a delinquent and a dimwit.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefit at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience.
Uh-huh.
All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
Yes.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he? What did Pegram find at the castle?
The entrance to an underground chamber. It was filled with earth and rubble, and Pegram had us dig it out.
Ah.
We uncovered a secret room, a hidden chapel.
A hidden chapel. Anything else in the castle? Or maybe I should ask about Pegram himself.
So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Did Pegram find the gem in the altar room?
I don't know. He made us leave and wouldn't tell us why. Half an hour later he came out. White as a sheet he was.
Something
Closed
scary.
down the dig and locked up the castle. Sent us all away.
From
Why?
the sound of it, Pegram had discovered more than just the gem.
Yeah, must have been some big secret in the castle.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Show
Why
it.
not?
I promised the professor.
Show me the money.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
Yeah.
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who?
Who will?
The man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No. Why should I trust you?
I'm the
I
only
don't know
one.
who to trust anymore.
I'm the only one who can you
I
can
wish
trust.
I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
No, wait. John. George, are you alive? Something happened to you?
Hey, I just seen a big red.
Get out of here, McGuire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, Michael.
Or
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
and maybe
Not me.
maybe somebody go check.
Me too, neither.
He said Fitzgerald got run over. How about you go check that? Idiots. Oh, idiot.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding my own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I. And I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass. But the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes. He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Well, now we know that it was Khan, or Merlin, or whatever you want to call him, who came here. And also, Maguire in that scene looked like Adam Sandler. I mean, really, he looked like Adam Sandler to me.
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not.
I'm just a guy who got almost killed, and now I have revenge in my mind to find this killer who tried to end my life.
Did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
And life goes back to normal.
The drain was covered with a grating.
That was really degrading.
Will George ever rescue Fitzgerald from Khan's dirty hands? What will George find in the castle when he goes up there? Tune in next time for the next episode of Broken Sword.